Want to help the channel? Go to shopclownfish.com where you can check out official Clownfish TV merchandise in our brand new shop. It helps us out. Also, check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/clownfishtv for more art and gaming live streams that we don't do on YouTube. We want to see you over there as well. Now let's get into the video. Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. We're going to talk about IDW Publishing and another bombshell for this beleaguered comic book publisher. They just announced a new publisher, right? They announced a new publisher. Chris Ryall left last week. I think he announced that he was leaving again for like the second or third time. Who the hell knows? But he's going to start his own thing. They brought a new publisher in and they put this guy on administrative leave 5 days. 5 days after he started. What the hell is going on here? Is IDW Publishing incapable of making good business decisions? I have no idea. We're going to talk about that and some theories as to what's going on, maybe possibly. So before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. And we did talk a little bit about this last night during a live stream. That's actually archived. You can go look for it. We were talking mostly about San Diego Comic-Con being a joke, that the virtual con was a bust, that even the mainstream media was calling the virtual comic convention a complete bust. And then this happens late last night. IDW Publishing places new publisher on leave. 5 days into the job. Jud Meyers has been placed on leave 5 days after being announced as the new publisher of the Southern California-based comic book publisher. Days after being announced as publisher IDW Publishing, following the departure of Chris Ryall, Jud Meyers has been placed on administrative leave. He's been grounded. He's been suspended. The Hollywood Reporter confirmed it. Before his promotion to publisher, Meyers served as IDW's global sales director since joining the company in August of 2019. Man, that is a meteoric rise. Sales director like a year ago, and now he's the publisher. Prior to that, he had worked as director of sales and marketing at Humanoids. That's Mark Waid's thing. Humanoids. He had also worked as a comic book retailer with Blast Off Comics, a California store co-owned by Meyers and IDW writer Scott Tipton, as well as Earth 2 Comics. Meyers was named publisher July 22nd as part of a company-wide reshuffle. That's what we're going to call it. It's called Panic. Panic. Company-wide reshuffle that saw Jerry Bennington, formerly executive VP product management at the company, named president, Rebecca Callan, upped to general manager and executive VP of operations for IDW Publishing and IDW Entertainment. In a statement to The Hollywood Reporter, Ezra Rosensaft, IDW CEO, said IDW Publishing has decided to put Jud Meyers on administrative leave. President Jerry Bennington will assume his responsibilities as interim publisher at this time. That sounds like he's done. He's fired. He's gone. The publisher declined to comment on the specifics of why he was put on leave. Now, there are several theories about this. One is actually coming from Heidi McDonald at The Beat, who seems to think maybe, possibly maybe, it has something to do with a lawsuit. That there was a suit between Meyers and a former business partner. I don't know what that would have to do with IDW. But she said that there was word of a lawsuit against him by former business partner Car D'Angelo. It had been circulating among journalists and retailers. You can read the complaint here. Apparently, he had another shop, and he was using that shop's, as I understand it, he had another shop with another guy. He was using that shop's inventory to build his own shop with this other guy, this Scott Tipton. That's what she thinks might possibly maybe be the problem. But I am thinking that it has more to do with the current climate in comics. Because I put this out there this morning. IDW had to put their new publisher on leave 5 days into the job. Somebody didn't do a background check, or what the heck? We had some folks say, seemed like he failed a belated purity test. Now, here's the thing. Some people are thrilled that he's gone 5 days into the job. And some of these people who are thrilled, like Tess Fowler, she is known for being part of call-out culture, cancel culture, and if she's happy that he got gone, it probably isn't just a lawsuit. There is probably something else going on, and I have to wonder, is he, and I don't know him, so I can't say, is he a legitimately shitty person, or is he getting gone as a result of behind-the-scenes cancel culture? Have no idea. Or is it a combination of the above? All the above. Is he a shitty person that got called out behind the scenes? Somebody came to IDW with concerns. We know how that works. With concerns, and they showed him the door. Whatever the issue is, it probably, potentially, maybe is going to be a PR nightmare for IDW. Whether or not it is a legitimately bad thing remains up for debate, because a lot of times these people get very excited about people getting gone from an industry, and sometimes the crime isn't quite what you would expect it to be. Heel versus babyface, Az said he didn't take the pledge. Yeah, who knows? I have no idea, but there's all kinds of theories. There's definitely something going on here, because IDW right now can't afford another black eye. I mean, this company is hemorrhaging cash. I mean, they are losing money at an astonishing rate because they chased Hollywood. They were chasing Hollywood. They were holding out for these Netflix and Hulu deals, and everything basically got canceled except for Lock and Key. Lock and Key is the only series of theirs, I believe, that is still going to continue, and they don't have much original IP. I mean, that's one of the huge critical failures, I think, of IDW. They were off to a really good start, but then they started to focus on licensed comics, which is fine, but they weren't simultaneously developing their own stuff either. So, the stuff that they're putting out there, a lot of it is older material. Yeah, when they started out, they had 30 Days a Night and Lock and Key and a lot of other really solid titles that could be turned into movies or whatever. But in the last couple of years, it's just been like Transformers comics, Sonic comics. Not that they're bad, but I think it was a huge tactical blunder. Plus, I think they were spreading themselves too thin. They have all these business divisions. They don't focus on just comics. They have their gaming division, which was profitable at one point. I don't know how it is now. They have the CTM Media Group, which was like a tourism ad agency, and they're selling that off. Now, it's been suggested that IDW, by its shareholders, actually, the board members, that they just sell the company off. But I don't know what you're selling. Like this company, my mom, who raised and bred horses for years, grew up on a farm, grew up on a ranch. She had a saying that someone was ridden hard and put away wet. IDW has been ridden hard and put away wet. Who is going to want this company? Who's going to want this company? I mean, it doesn't have anything of value. Lock and Key might actually belong to Joe Hill. It might not even belong to IDW. They might, shoehorn themselves into the deal, but it probably belongs to him. So what do they have? They've been publishing licensed comics for years, a lot of them not selling very well. And I don't know who would want them. What, Hasbro? Hasbro's going to buy them? Hasbro could just go tomorrow. They could just start their own comic book publisher, small publisher, or just have marketing people within Hasbro do comics. They don't need IDW. They could put together a small team of people making mini comics or whatever, like they used to do at Mattel. They don't need IDW. Nobody needs IDW. What will probably happen, I would guess, is the company would probably just shutter if it can't survive the pandemic. And what licenses it had, other publishers that are in a better position could scoop them up, like Dark Horse or something. And whatever original IP it had the rights would revert back to the creators, or it would be a fire sale. I know it's not uncommon for comic publishers to buy out assets from other publishers. We saw this in the 1980s and 90s. When you had smaller publishers kind of fold, that the assets would go to another publisher. I mean, I could see Dark Horse maybe. I don't know. I don't think anybody like Marvel or DC are going to touch IDW, because what are they buying? They're not really buying anything. And right now, Marvel and DC have to justify their own existence. So I think IDW is going to be one of the first companies to fold during the pandemic. Again, huge financial shifts, cultural shifts like this, they take out the weak businesses first, and IDW is definitely weak. This is not a good look for them. Don't know what's going on, but you know, it's bad. And look, I'm not busting on IDW. I know a lot of people have a lot of problems with them now, some of the decisions they've made. I used to do work for them. I used to work on Disney Comics for them. I never had a bad experience with IDW. Now, it took me a while to get paid. You know, I can say that. It took me a while to get paid, but, you know, as far as the people I worked with, I had no problem with them. Unfortunately, all the people I worked with got gone a while ago because this company has just taken on water, and somebody's just got to pull the plug. You know, I think at this point it'd be a mercy killing if they just pull the plug on IDW, because I just don't see them rebounding, and God only knows what this situation entails. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.